If you're here for a review of the smart charging station or even to take a look at the spin power, then you are in the right place. But first, I want to introduce you to my channel sponsor, the Coldest water bottle. Not that long ago, I actually did a review of the Coldest water bottle and I compared it to two of its competitors. And in the end, this really was the coldest. And when I used coffee, it was the warmest. So I really appreciated this bottle. I'm glad that they sponsored my channel. Now, I will leave two links down in the description. One link is if you want to buy this bottle, you just click on the link and there you go. The other one is if you're thinking, I like the bottle, I just don't want to buy it right now. They do giveaways, I think on a weekly basis. So if you click that link, you can enter yourself into a giveaway. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. My channel is dedicated to reviewing mostly as seen on TV items. I look at some consumer gadgets, other household items. Once in a while, I do a little bit of a DIY just because I like to. If that interests you, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and click the bell below. That way you're notified every time I release a video just like this one. Now, let's take a closer look at the smart charging base and also the spin power. Before we get too far, I want to make sure you also check down in the description for my social medias, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I would love it if you would follow me there too. Now, let's dig into this smart charging base. So I will not be doing the unboxing for the spin power. I did that in a different video and I'll link it at the end, but I will do the unboxing here for the smart charging station. So inside we see, looks like a generic power cord, and I have a lot of little cords. So I have lightning cable for iPhone. I have micro USB. It looks like I have USB-C. And I may have two of each, so I think I have a total of 6. So, and here's my stand, I should say, or base. And so I'm guessing, oh, that's cool. They're all lined up across the side for the USB. And then I'm sure somewhere I plug in the power source. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set this up and put my devices in there to see if it can solve my problem for charging. So when I first did a review of the spin power, honestly, it wasn't my favorite thing. And the reason why was I didn't like that all the wires were just everywhere. It was like chaos in my brain, and I didn't care for it. Well, then I decided to move it around the house. I tried different areas, and I ended up putting it on a table next to a wall. And when I plugged things in, I just draped them down behind so I couldn't even see them, right? And I actually liked the convenience of putting my phone or iPad or tablet or whatever here and having it plugged into the fast charger. So I ended up using it and not disliking it as much as I did in the beginning. Well then, guess what showed up at my doorstep? This smart charging station. Look at that. It's got a slot for your devices and USB cords on the other end. Pretty sweet. I'm looking forward to setting this up and seeing if I like it. So here's a constant struggle in my house. Even though all of these devices came with their own charging cord, for some reason, I'm down to 2. One lightning cable for iPhone and one USB-C for Samsung devices. So what we end up doing is we wait till one gets to 100% charge, then we unplug it and plug it into another one. So then that one starts to charge. And it's a never-ending cycle making sure that they're all charged. So I'm looking forward to trying this charging station right here and having all of those charging cords attached. That way I'll never have the trouble. So let's see now what it looks like utilizing the charging base station. All right, so real quick, I want to show you what to do. So here I have my device. I'm going to plug the USB into, well, the right direction. I'm going to plug it right here into one of the ports. And then I can slide my device in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to line up all of the USBs that I have, or the USB connector for chargers, and then line up all my devices, and I'll show you what that looks like. I just wanted to show you real quick how to do it. So, tell me, what do you think of these organizers that we can use to charge our devices? Are these things that we need? Do you have one? Let me know down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. All right, so we are all set up and ready to go. I did want to make a correction from earlier. Earlier I said I had 2 micro USBs, 2 USB-Cs, and 2 lightning cables for iDevices. Well, in fact, I have 3 cables for iDevices, one USB-C and two micro USB. So what I ended up doing is I had another cable that was a USB-C that plugs into here, and that's okay because I really couldn't have fit that in very well anyway. I just wanted you to note that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to click this button. This turns the whole thing on to see what happens. Ready? Nothing happened. Let's see. Oh, I guess I didn't click it enough. All right, so as you saw, they all lit up and started charging. That is pretty sweet. I like the convenience of having all my wires and all my devices here in one location. That's pretty cool. So in this video, we've been taking a look at this smart charging station and comparing it to the SpinPower because they're kind of similar in concept, right? So I really like that this came with some charging cables. Would I have liked some more of the USB-C type? Absolutely, because no one really uses the micro USB anymore, or in the next few years, no one will use that. But I did look on Amazon, and not necessarily from this company, but you can buy short charging cables. So that's a pretty easy fix. I like that it organizes my devices right up, and I can have them all charging by the push of a button. I will say this claims to be a fast charger, and although my devices did not charge slow, none of them said fast charging on them. And typically when I plug them in, it'll say fast charge, right? But they all charged in under an hour. So to me, that was pretty decent. I did tell you that I've learned to like this product too, even more than I did before. What I like though, however, is I like that I have more devices that I can store on top here versus this one. Anyway, that was my review of the smart charging station and comparing it a little bit to the SpinPower. If you like either of these devices, I will have a link down in the description. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. Okay, so I've been using the smart charging base for a little over a week now, and I wanted to share some of my thoughts while working through it. You know what? I still love the organization. I love the fact that all my devices are here and I can just plug them in and charge. Plus these short cables don't end up getting stolen by either my wife or kids or whatnot. They ended up just staying here. So I like that. So a couple things I don't like. This charging base always stays on, right? So even as these things have all reached 100%, they're still plugged in charging, which I've heard can actually damage a battery, and most chargers will shut the charger off when the phone has reached full. This one has not been doing that, so you just need to be aware to make sure you unplug them when they fully charge. Also, I like to use these just chargers where you can just set your phone on and there's the contact. Well, the problem is you cannot plug this charger into this base. I'll show you what happens. So I just have a regular charger. I plug it into the base to get my wireless charging. You end up getting just a yellow flashing light, which means you absolutely cannot use the wireless charger through this base. I just wanted you to know those few things. I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review of the smart charging station. You know what? In this video, I referenced the SpinPower. It's a review I did not that long ago, and although it wasn't the best of reviews because I didn't really care for it at the time, you know what a few month follow-up actually looks like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link that video right up here, and I would love it if you would click on this link. So go ahead, click it. It's safe. I promise.